Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where today I want to talk a little bit about Ncuti Gatwa's brand new Sonic. We've had some new videos showing it off and I feel like I can give a bit more of an opinion on it now that it's out. Yeah, to be 100% honest, I'm not a massive fan. We're going to get into why in just a second, but feel free to subscribe if you're new, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for all the support recently, it's been incredible. Let's get right into it. So yeah, as you may have seen in the Christmas special trailer, we got a brief glimpse of Ncuti Gatwa's Sonic Screwdriver, and I said there I wasn't too sure about it. Now, we've had a video of Ncuti Gatwa explaining the Sonic Screwdriver, as well as some pictures of him holding it, and I have to be completely honest, this is the first thing, design-wise, that the new team has done I'm not a fan of. I love the costumes, I love the TARDIS interior. This is the first thing they've done where I'm not a huge fan. I even quite like the 14th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver. But this, I'm not a big fan. Maybe it'll grow on me with time, but I want to go over why. And obviously, this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It's a Sonic Screwdriver. It also does mean that my Sonic Screwdriver ranking is now out of date. But yeah, to go over why I'm not really a huge fan of this, one of the main things that I like about the Sonic Screwdriver is the sleekness and the compactness of it. The sort of cylindrical shape allows it to be kind of this sleek space-age technology. Even with Sonics like the 14th Doctor's, as complicated as that got, it still maintained that sort of thin, cylindrical shape. With this, it's much wider, probably the widest Sonic Screwdriver we've ever seen. If anything, I've seen a lot of people compare it to a TV remote, specifically the one used in the Adam Sandler movie Click, which is a terrible movie, and I can't exactly disagree with the comparisons. One of the things I do really like, as Ncuti Gatwa describes, is the Gallifreyan text on the backside of it, which is a Rwandan proverb, which I forget exactly what he said it means, but it feels like a very doctory quote. I like that a lot.
My favorite thing about the Sonic is this message that is written in Gallifreyan symbols, and it is a Rwandan proverb. It translates to the sharpness of the tongue defeats the sharpness of the warrior.
The colours I'm not big on. There's kind of a combination of gold, blue, and grey, which is kind of similar to the 14th Doctor's one, but I don't know whether it comes together. There's also multiple buttons across it with different shapes, which doesn't really help the TV remote allegations, and a purple crystal as well, which I don't mind as the source of its power. That's fine to me. I think when he's holding it like sideways, it doesn't look as bad, but I think there's just so much going on top of it, and if that doesn't have any uses, why is that all there? I mean, I assume it does. And again, I want to say now, this may grow on me, but this is just my initial thoughts on this. There's also a thing at the top where he uses it to apparently plug into things like a USB port. Not sure how that works. Initially, when I saw it, I assumed it was like a sort of magnifying glass to like look at alien technology. I like the bright light out of the front. It seems to be more white, which I think is interesting. Although in some shots it looks more red, so I don't know whether it changes colour depending on what it's doing. Similar to the 12th Doctors, where sometimes it was blue, sometimes it was green, sometimes it was red. I think my main issue is that it just feels slightly cumbersome to hold. Again, I'll probably wait until I've got the toy to make that judgment, because obviously that'll be a good indication. And I don't envy character options having to make this with all the extra little doodads on the side, but I just feel it's a bit too wide. It feels more like a Sonic Swiss Army knife rather than a Sonic Screwdriver with all the bits that come out. But from what I can tell, I think he does hold it. In some shots he seems to hold it upside down, in some shots he seems to hold it like right way up. So I'm not sure, maybe it works both ways, I really don't know. I've also seen some people compare it to a PC mouse, and I do understand that comparison as well. I think it just feels a bit too over-designed is kind of my ultimate feeling on this. I think a version of this could work if it was slightly like slimmer and maybe like dialed back on all the different stuff on it. But I don't know, I just feel it's a bit too much. It's a bit too garish. There were some people who already thought that about this, but personally I felt that this was a good like anniversary homage Sonic. And I wasn't against the idea of Ncuti Gatwa getting a new Sonic for a new era. I think that makes sense because this is such a homage to previous Sonics. It's got a bit of 11s in there, but it 10s. Bit of like the laser screwdriver as well at the bottom. I understood the idea of giving Ncuti Gatwa a new Sonic for a new era. I guess I just wanted something a bit more sleek than what we've ended up with. I do want to say, no hate to the designers of this Sonic. I mean, obviously this would have gone through a bunch of different concepts and all this sort of stuff. I just think of the concept, I probably would have picked something a bit more sleek and a bit less kind of wide and kind of filled with stuff. I will say though, as I kind of said previously, it'll probably make for a fantastic toy for kids. That much I can see with all the different bits that flip out and stuff like that. I just feel it's a bit too much. Also, just adding this in the editing stage, it seems like shooting out with Sonic can flip inwards and outwards according to video taken at the regeneration kind of exhibit thing that's going on at London South Bank, which has both the 14th and 15th Doctor Sonic screwdrivers there as well, which certainly does look interesting. And I probably do prefer it in this flipped down mode than when it's fully extended. I think fully extended it looks a little bit too cumbersome. In the smaller mode I don't mind it as much, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what all the other features of this Sonic are.
Yeah. How's it looking? Oh, it folds up.
I promise you'll get lots of photo moments.
But that's just my personal opinion. Again, it may grow on me once we see it in episodes, but these are just my initial thoughts on it. What do you guys think about the new Sonic Screwdriver? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.